The distinguished chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee and a member of the Judiciary Committee, Senator Feinstein.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I would echo the chairman's words. Thank you for your leadership, for holding this hearing. Last month, the Obama administration released 4 memoranda from the Office of Legal Counsel, and questions have circulated ever since. Now, it is well within the Judiciary Committee's jurisdiction to review these opinions and make findings as to whether the committee does feel they fall within existing law, as well as international treaties and conventions to which the United States is a signatory and therefore bound. I listened very carefully to what Senator Graham said. I do not agree. I agree that the prior administration made the judgment that they did not apply, but that judgment was repudiated in Supreme Court decisions, and as I read them, the finding was that those conventions do, in fact, apply. But as was the case with the program for warrantless surveillance, access to these legal opinions were severely restricted for years. It has been publicly reported that the Office of Professional Responsibility may soon recommend to the Attorney General that the authors of these legal opinions face certain sanctions. However, the specifics of the OPR report have not been released. While the Department of Justice can and should review the performance of its employees, the Judiciary Committee does have the responsibility of independent oversight of the Department of Justice and how it interprets the Constitution and the law, just as the Intelligence Committee, which I chair, has the oversight jurisdiction of the 16 intelligence agencies. As members know, the Intelligence Committee is exercising its oversight responsibilities. We are conducting a major review of the CIA detention and interrogation program. This will include a detailed review of the conditions of detention experienced by high-value detainees at black sites, more than 24, how interrogation techniques were applied, by whom, in what combination, over what period of time, what information was produced as a result of these interrogations, and whether such information could have been obtained through other means. An evaluation of whether, in fact, the CIA detention and interrogation program complied with or exceeded the OLC opinions and other policy guidance, and whether the Intelligence Committee was accurately briefed about the detention and interrogation program and given a full explanation of what was happening at certain sites around the world. I believe this particular point is very important considering our review responsibilities. All of the facts will then be placed before the committee, and the committee will then work its will. Now, this to do right is a major undertaking. It involves months of review. It involves going through millions of unredacted papers, documents, cables, and emails, and a substantial number of personal interviews. The work will necessarily be classified in order to get the full scope of what has happened. And the work will be done fairly and professionally and in a strong bipartisan manner. And I want to stress that. Yesterday, I had a brief meeting with Mr. Soufan, who is going to shortly be before this committee. He will be asked at the right time, when we have the facts, to come before the Intelligence Committee. Now, we have 6 crossover members that sit on this committee and on intelligence, including Senators Whitehouse, Feingold, Wyden, Hatch, Coburn, and myself. So I am convinced that between the Intelligence Committee's review and study and the Judiciary Committee's oversight of DOJ and these opinions, that we will be able to provide a substantial body of knowledge and work within which judgments and assessments can be made. I very much hope that this will be the case. I think to make this an explosive issue without carefully laying out all of the facts, conditions, cables, directives, and the whole situation will be a big, big mistake. So I want to thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I certainly welcome your hearing, and the Intelligence Committee will welcome whatever evidence it might provide for our deliberations as well. So thank you.